Hello and welcome to another Fermanagh Modelling EC show. In the house tonight we have Steph, we have Mark, we have Dave, and we have Julian. On tonight's show, it'll be me giving my talk about my paintbrushes and my glues that I be using on models. But first and foremost, we're going to go around all the guys to see what they've been up to and what they are working at. So we will start off with Stan.
Okay, hello everybody. How you all doing? Cool. I'm just
hello.
Click over. Oh, good lord. Let's get rid of that. That's better. Oh, watch him. Look at that sad face. Oh, bless. Just the one go.
Yeah, just give you the one tonight. Yeah.
What is I working on tonight? I is working on do a bit of my whip it. So there it is. There's the whip it. Let's flick camera so you can have a better look at it. Yeah, I'm just going to be doing a bit more scratches and bits and pieces on it and doing some more to the tracks. Stick the tracks on tonight probably. Do a bit more weathering on the tracks because they're not looking that good yet, but they're getting there. They're getting there. So slowly but surely. That is what I is doing tonight.
Looking very nice, Steph.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Right. Yeah.
Right, let's go to. Sorry, Gary.
I was just going to say it's looking very well, Steph.
Thank you very much, it's just an awesome build. It's so easy, so simple, so quick. The only problem I've had is a pig in tracks. So let's go to Mark.
Evening all, how are we doing? This evening I'm not going to be building much. I'm just painting up a piece that needs to be painted excuse me, before Sunday's show when we carry on with the Russian theme. So Sunday I completed the chassis for the 1.5 ton truck. So I'm just basically painting, weathering and accentuating that. All it's just had on at the moment is just a light coat of Vallejo Model Air. It's not quite the same colour, but it's an RLM 82 light green. So it's the closest one I've got to the Russian green.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, very nice.
Take your time, right? Can't rush it.
Nope. You can't.
And that's where I'm up to. Sorry.
That's very nice, Steph. Mark, Steph. But why have I got Steph in the brain?
Force of habit.
That's scary.
Yeah, that is fucking scary. Get out of my head, would you?
No, that's fun.
Fucking having that head. Oh, I don't really want to go down that route. Anyway, Mark, who would you like to go and see next?
We'll go with Julian, please.
Evening, chaps, and anybody else that feels like it. I am in the middle of a diorama. I got a classic kits base. This is a Kettenkrad from the last time I was on, complete with wallers. I don't know how I'm going to stick them to the base yet. But
Super glue.
sorry.
Sorry, super glue.
Oh yeah, okay. And then so to go with it, because it's got oil drums, fuel drums in it already, I am going to build this as well. And then get around to doing a Focke-Wulf 190 to go with his stuff, with his fancy car with it as well, I think, to add to it. But I'm trying to make it so I can have the diorama and then chop and change the aircraft that's in it. And
Nice idea.
as usual, it's the Tamiya, and it's going to go there. There's the chassis for the truck. It started last night. As
Nice.
usual, Tamiya, no problem at all.
No.
So I'm enjoying that as usual. There we
Nice.
go.
Brilliant.
I've got a shirt on just for Mark, Steph. There you go.
Oh.
Oh.
Groveler. Anyway, Julian,
What?
who would you like to go and see next?
Well, I think it better be Dave, doesn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Hi there, everyone. I'm basically been more 3D printing today. Well, last night it's just a dragon miniature. So there's his body there. The wings have just finished printing. So that was an 11-hour print to do those wings. Give you an idea how large they were. And another figure that I was that I've tried to print 3 times and it's failed. And looking at it, I think I might have finally succeeded. So tonight is cleaning up the rest of this figure, getting the assembly done, and hopefully getting some primer on it tomorrow when the primer turns up, because I've run out. So that's what I'm going to be doing this evening. So what have you been up to, Gary?
Me? Sitting here looking pretty as per usual, you know, nothing much.
Get a sick bucket, please.
Just saying. Before I go on to myself, I'm going to read a quick comment here. Gene McGuire, Clive watching. Evening, everyone.
Good evening, Clive.
Evening, Clive.
Evening. You okay? You swinging brick?
Mhm.
Anyway, what I am carrying on is with my wee Hannah Mike. As you can see from the last show, I've done nothing. I've been a wee bit busy with other things. So that's what I will be cracking on with this evening when I show my paintbrushes and my glues that I would use. So, has anybody any questions before we start?
New stuff.
Just hurry up.
Sorry. It's hard to get the stuff nowadays.
All the stuff.
It me. I give up. Right. Anyway, what I am doing, what I'm going to be talking tonight, folks, is what Steph covered on Tuesday shows, paintbrushes and glue. So I sort of have a rake of paintbrushes, as you can see. I have these long wide ones that I would use for big areas of painting, but I do have a compressor on its way. Most of these brushes here I bought out of the works, these big fan ones, for a couple of quid. I don't mind if I get these destroyed, because you can always go in and buy another rake of these wee big fan ones, but they are very good for weathering and dry brushing. Oops, sorry, weathering and dry brushing. Some of these big fan ones. I also have a few of the dearer ones, the big ones. These are not cheap brushes, but they're very good brushes. I also have some, like Steph there, some of these brushes. Where is that? Here and here. for sort of fine detail work on stuff like that, I would use these brushes. I also have where are they? Here and here, here and here. Oops. There we are. Some of these are really fine brushes for detailed work, like for uniforms, faces, and eyes, which is, unless you're an expert like Dave trying to paint a face, it's not easy, folks. Trial and error, that's all I can say, but we will be covering that later on in different episodes on the show. But that there are some of the brushes I would use for figures, and I would use some of these older brushes for putting on weather and stuff and mud. I've a rake of these older ones laying about and stuff like that. Some old brushes I have laying about me as well. They all vary from different points. Everything, they all range from different prices, from dear brushes to cheap brushes. But that's my sort of basic brush setup. It mightn't be as vast as staff, but I am getting there. I've ordered another few bits and pieces today. So I did, and the glues that I would use, I did use Steph's glue, but unfortunately, it kicked off my asthma, so I couldn't use it anymore. But the main gold glue I have got very fond of is MIG. I think it's a very excellent cement. I reckon it's better than Tamiya Extra Thin. That's my own personal opinion on that. It's a lot dearer than the Tamiya Extra Thin. This is about $4.50 a bottle, and I have a few of them in my stash. I bought a few of them before we went into lockdown and stuff. That's my main glue that I would use the whole time. I also used one of the old Tamiya jars, and I emptied in the Revell quick contact glue, so you have a wee brush and you might have better control for using this than the squeezy jar one or the squeezy one. So that's what's in that one there. I've only got one bit of super glue left because I told her a certain moment today to get me super glue, but she didn't get me it. She's sacked. But it's Loctite super glue. I don't really like this one, but the Gorilla one is nearly the best one that I have used. It's okay, this one, don't get me wrong, it does the job, but I would rather have the Gorilla glue. But that's my sort of basic setup with paintbrushes and glues. As I said, I buy in stuff every month, and I bought a few more bits and pieces today. So I'm waiting on a few things to come, folks. So if you have any comments at all, or you want to ask any questions to the guys, or anything like that there, feel free to give us a wee shout out. I'm going to read a quick comment here. Julie Owens, good evening, gentlemen. How are you? And then she goes on to say, evening, Clive, how are you? So get off your knees and quit the groveling, woman. Anyway, that's my sort of basic setup. And if anybody does have any comments, please give us a wee shout out. Has any of the fellow modelers in the room any questions?
No, thanks for that, Gary. I haven't got any questions. I don't know whether anybody else has. Just anybody.
No,
I-
I haven't.
I agree with the works brushes. They're really good. The set
Yeah.
for £3, they're really good. I don't know if they're online, but
There's I was going to mention there's a company called ABC Brushes that sell factory seconds, and they do some excellent stuff. It's just brushes that you'd pay say £5 for in Hobbycraft, and they'll be like £2 each.
Nice.
Dave, is there a website for them? Is that the
Yeah,
website name?
just Google ABC Brushes. It should take you to their their eBay page. Yeah,
Thank you.
they've got a Facebook page as well.
yeah.
Come on, Painty McPaintface, get a grip.
Who?
He knows who I'm talking about.
Get a grip. All right.
Painty McPaintface. Is that not what you're going to call yourself, Dave?
Yes.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I know what they're on about now. Yeah, I seen that.
The penny finally drops.
Oh, yes, it does. A wee bit slow tonight.
Slow, in more speed
Yeah.
than a stunned cod.
That's good.
I thought it was quite witty, Painty McPaintface.
It is.
Well, I was Printy McPaintface.
Yeah, print face, you are, Dave.
Sorry, Julian.
Princey McPrint face, you are. I don't think you need to buy any more kits, Dave. You just have to print them off.
Yeah, funny you should say that. Yeah. Don't think I'll be buying any miniatures for a while, that's for sure.
So plenty of them to print, is there?
Good. Well, the Patreon I'm part of, I've printed about 3/4 of this month's range. So yeah, there's more than enough to be getting on with. More than enough.
That awesome, that one you've done on your bench behind you.
The sea monster. Yeah, I was pleased with that.
That's awesome, that is, yeah.
Yeah, pleased with that. But yeah, I mean that was probably cost £7 in resin, and the design probably says about £8. You know, where commercially you'd pay, good heavens, best part of 40, 50 quid for something like that.
Jeez.
Jeepers. That's a lot of money for a wee miniature, isn't it?
Yeah, but to get that level of detail, they'd. I mean, that took. Obviously, it was one of the first things I printed. But first time I did it, the base was fine, but then the midsection of the body that didn't come out properly, and the head didn't. So I had to do that again. And you think if that's commercial, that's probably £5 worth of resin I had to throw away because it didn't work. But as I say, the more you do it, like today, I mean, the figure that it's curing now. This is the third time I tried printing that, and I finally got that to work. So it's like anything, just takes a bit, just getting used to the machine.
Do you have to pay for the program to get the miniatures?
Yeah, I mean, it's a Patreon thing, so you pay like £8 a month.
Oh, right.
But each month there's like, well, the depth dwellers that this comes from, there's 10 different miniatures.
Oh,
Well,
right.
10 different miniatures. No, probably 12 different miniatures, and about 4 of those you got different poses.
So these £8 sort of like a license, is it, sort of thing?
Yeah, pretty much. But then they're yours to keep. You
Yeah.
You download the designs, and you can. They're yours to do what you want with. So, and there's a whole introductory bundle. So, like these pillars came with that as part of it. So, so I thought you can do it for as long as you want. I thought I'd do it for a couple of months, see how it goes, and then take it from there. But they were excellent, really. I mean, I'd say better in some respects than the commercially available miniatures that are out there.
So you're hooked now, are you?
No, yes.
Mm.
Oh yeah, well, no, it's all good. As I said, it's and learning how to get the best out of the printer is good learning experience.
You have to tweak it sort of every now and again, do you?
Well, yeah, I mean, the issue is it basically, if you think about it, it prints upside down.
All right.
So you got your build plate, and so it's figuring out how thick, so that sticks to the build plate, so it doesn't get pulled off when it comes out the vat, as it were. And so I basically, and each figuring out the depth of each layer. So I lowered that a little bit from 5.5 millimeter to 0.3. Yeah, there's various things you can mess around with, but these are commercially available, so it's all well, I'll show you in a minute. I mean, when this is cured, you can see where all the supports are added in, so it prints properly. But obviously, if they're not pre-supported, then you've got to put them in yourself. But that's not too much of an issue.
Nice. That's one thing I'm going to get you and staff to cover some evening is the pair of yous show off your printers and show everybody, how you do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some evening now, not for a wee while yet. How long from a minute there, guys? Gary Hall, if you're still watching, look, the Zoom meetings in Market Hill are put on hold at the moment due to family issues or a few family things to get sorted out. So I'll not be fit to start the Market Hill ones for the next couple of weeks anyway. I'm said about 4 weeks or so. I have a few things to get sorted out, but if you haven't picked up your starter kit yet, could use rendezvous with the Market Hill Ely Centre and see when they're going to let you go in and pick them up. Sorry about that, lads. Just a boy there came in there.
All right.
All the star kits have turned up, have they, Gary? Obviously.
Oh, don't talk about them, please.
Really?
Yeah. We better work for Julie to do soon. So she's doing nothing anyway. So hey, I have to make it work. Sitting up there doesn't. Sitting up.
Clang.
To be no clanging.
Well, when you get a frying pan round the back of your head.
She always threatens me with it, but sure, never pass any work, son.
Be sitting there one night and go.
That'll never happen, boys. Don't worry about that one.
We're not the ones worried. Mm.
Oh, I'm not worried.
Okay.
She's be 4 foot nothing anyway.
Yeah, just the right height when you're sitting down.
Surely you're 4 foot nothing. You don't worry about me 4 foot.
Okay.
Perfect height to hit you in the bollocks without even seeing it coming.
Oh, there's the other midget talking.
Fandabidosi.
These wee midgets.
So I mean, to go the 3D printing, we could do like we did with the brushes. Steph could do his one, or I could do mine another or something.
Yeah. All good stuff to look forward to. Did I hear a noise up there in the living room? I did. Keep the noise down up there. Fuck me.
Cackle.
Yeah.
Quiet in the cheap seats.
Yeah.
Those in the posh seats rattle your jewellery.
Going to read a comment here. I'm not reading that.
Big words, is it?
Oh,
Oh, Gary.
that's not nice on our anniversary. Lol.
Ooh.
You're lucky she's allowed you to come on.
Who? Shorty? Wee Shorty, huh? Wee Shorty trying to throw her weight around. Put in a comment here, James Skiffin. Evening all, evening James.
And James.
Evening, James.
Young sir.
Another midget.
Shut up, Tiny.
I'm surrounded by midgets.
All the same height sitting down, aren't we?
Speak for yourself.
I am.
Yeah, you're 4 foot nothing.
No, I'm not.
What are you? 4 foot nothing? Yes, I totally agree with you, Julian.
What?
And a half.
Totally. Yes, 4 foot nothing woman. How may I help you? Shh. Keep the noise down, thank you. Could be worse. Are you putting that in trench scene staff?
No.
No. What are you going to be doing with that one, staff?
Doing a diorama, but not a trench scene.
Right. Going to read a comment. James Skiffin, is it your anniversary, Gary, tonight? Unfortunately, yeah, I would have been out of jail and good behaviour by now. Yes, it is, James. "15 years together today."
Congratulations.
Commiserations, Julie.
Mm.
Excuse me?
You're deaf as well as stupid.
Yes.
All right, Julie heard it.
Why do women remember such stupid things?
Why is it stupid, Gary?
Now, I wouldn't even remember today was our anniversary.
You didn't ask that.
Because why would you keep a date like that in your head?
Well,
Oh, this will be good. This is going to be very good. Come back. And I bought her something nice for her anniversary too.
Or if you remember
Samia or Bang or
One at a time.
like what? Tamia, Meng? Yeah.
No. No.
Okay. Accurate armor.
No. She got a new mop.
Ooh.
Very good anniversary present.
A friend of mine said it was his wife's birthday the other day. He got her a new bag and a new belt. The Hoover works lovely now. Tough crowd tonight.
Yeah. Going to read a quick comment here. James, congratulations, Gary. Congratulations. Write that big word for me, staff.
Commiserations, I think, probably means.
Julie.
Exactly.
Why do you all think that Julie is such a wee innocent person?
We've met you.
I am a delightful person. So I am.
Not many comments on that, Gary.
I saw a scene. Everybody went very quiet there, and that one I see.
Mm.
You know why?
Please do spill.
We don't want to get tarred with the same brush.
Explain.
Well, just because you say these things, we might agree with them, but we don't agree with them in voice.
Mark's treading on eggshells there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I never seen a more. Hey, boys, you know what you need to do? Grow a set and just come out and just say it. Look, butter them up. What more does she want? Aye. I'm going to read a quick comment here. James, one of a kind for sure. Gary Hicks. Oh, I know I am, James. Well, actually, no, I'm not one of a kind because there's a certain, big boy just acts like his daddy. That's what I'm going to say on that one.
Oh dear.
Or as he put it to me the other night, Daddy, I didn't get it licking off a stone. Now did it?
What's that supposed to mean? I've never heard that one before.
Did you not?
Nope.
It basically means the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
Ah, right. I know that one. Yeah. I got the gist of it, but never heard that one before.
Oh, aye. I don't think there'll be too much happening this year again.
Nope. I mean, lockdown extension, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
Oh, well, I might try to keep the postman happy.
As my mate says, what you should say about the extension of lockdown? I says we're modelers, we're antisocial anyway. I'm
not antisocial. I just don't like some of the people about them.
Not antisocial, just don't like people, yeah.
Because I am a quiet person anyway. But I like the way you all laugh there, boys. Hey, you know, we talk about sinking away.
You keep digging your hole, Gary.
But I am a quiet chap.
Ish.
Ish. Please, sitting up there in the living room, quit the cackling.
Wonder how long that was going to be. She's allowed to cackle on her anniversary.
Whoops.
What's wrong, Dave?
I nearly broke the piece that I just cast.
All that print. All that print time.
11 hours nearly. There you go. That's one of the wings there, you see.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
And again, you just wouldn't be able to do that for a commercial cast, you know, the detail on there.
So it starts at the bottom bit and then works down to the wing then, does it?
Yeah. If I show you, there you go. So this, I haven't taken any of the supports of this one. So that's how it comes out. The build, it goes on the build plate there. So prints it backwards basically, and these just support the mold. So these come what they call pre-supported. So that's done when you get the design. But I tend to add just a few more, rather, you know, for the sake of it, the print failing, especially you know, for 11 hours, you want to be doing that again if you can help it. But
no, do you have to sit and watch it sometimes, or just get on?
No, let it get on with it. If it's a big job like that, you just set it off before I go to bed. That's normally what I do.
Okay.
I mean, it's worth checking in about halfway through, because if it's failed, then you might have just stop and start it again, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But thankfully, is getting a little better at adjusting the settings. That's becoming less and less of an issue. He says, famous last words.
Got to write a comment here, James Skiffin. Quiet with that man, Keena. You will be heard over the screams of terror. Well, thank you very much, James. James, it is a cracking print, that one. I love mine.
Yeah.
I must say, I listened to Malcolm and James's podcast, and I really enjoyed it. So I recommend it to anybody that's not listened to it yet.
Yeah, just making conversation.
Yeah, that's the ones. Yeah.
Going to read a comment here. James, how big did you go, Dave?
This is just the standard size it comes as the print. I thought 11 hours to print the wings, and only go. You could have done it bigger, but I just thought I'd leave it this size. We're going to say, James, you're not printed the Nautilus,
Mm.
which is about 2.5 feet long.
What is that, Dave?
They do. It's like a gaming table, like, you know, because obviously it's for, well, you can use these for Dungeons and Dragons or whatever. But it's a Nautilus, and it's about this long. Huge. Probably the company printed it. I reckon it was a 50-hour print.
Is that a submarine?
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, but it's basically like a game. It's got different levels on it, so you can play Dungeons and Dragons on it.
Oh, right. Okay.
But, yeah, that was. You'd
That's a
use
big
the best
print.
part of don't know, at least a bottle of resin on that, if not more. Sorry, Gary, you were saying?
I said that's a big print.
Yeah. I mean, people have done it, but that'd be a week just doing nothing else.
Yeah.
And it stops you do. That's it. That's it. It stops you doing something else, though, doesn't it? Right?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be quite something to have, but as I said, I think again, I mean, don't know. There's just this dragon is again something you wouldn't be able to get. They just wouldn't be able to do it commercially. Or if they did it costs you a lot of money. So.
Going to read a comment here, James. Not seen it, Dave. Printed their Razor crest and used over a litre of resin.
Yeah, I believe it.
How much does a bottle of resin cost, Dave?
big bottle that I'm using, that's 40 quid,
Yeah.
and that'll you probably, well, again, give you an idea, that this is probably that's a fiver's worth of resin there.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as you say,
So,
that compared to buying something like that,
yeah. So it's not cheap, but then but I mean, you can get. Steph recommended it. This is the water washable stuff. You can get the IPA washable, but it's stinky stuff, and you probably end up spending as much in IPA to clean it all up as you would, So it doesn't really matter. But some people say it's that the IPA washable stuff is better it's slightly stronger. But I've not noticed it for this kind of thing. I've not noticed a difference. But
you've tried that. Then.
Yeah. I mean, that's the first bottle I got, and as I said, the problem is it lets off quite a stink. Where this, you just got a vat of water on the wash station. You just you leave it by the windowsill, and it separates because obviously it cures by ultraviolet. So all the bits just float to the bottom, and away you go. So a better way of doing it.
Going to read a comment here, James. Razor's crest will be 35 centimeters long and 7 centimeters high, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Oops. I'll be back in a minute.
No problem, Dave. How's everybody getting on?
Good, yeah. As usual, the camera falling to pieces.
Yeah.
I do like this coastal kits, or this one coastal kit base.
Why is that, Julian?
I was just impressed with the design on it, and I know it's only probably a photograph on it, but it still looks good as a base as a diorama. I know you guys put a lot of effort into your more 3D diorama, but as I say, I just want to sort of chop and change the different Luftwaffe aircraft on it.
Yeah.
I think I might have to glue the trailer to it. It's coming off.
It's nice to get a wee bit of bench time.
Yeah.
Any start at the moment is good for me.
Busy, mate, are you?
Extremely. Stop, go, stop, go, stop, go at the moment.
Yeah.
I just can't get back into a rhythm at the moment now.
Yeah. I think it's the same with the rest of the world, I think. Nobody get back to normal.
You all right, Mark?
Yep. A little bit of repair work.
Oh dear. What happened?
You dropped something?
Nope.
Broke?
Yeah, I was dry fitting the engine to the chassis and the gear linkage snapped off.
Oh,
Have you revealed what that picture was you put up?
It was a flat six boxer engine from a Porsche 959.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I could see it was a flat six. Yeah. Well, that's as far as my knowledge went. Yeah. I need some Tamiya blue, but nobody's got it in stock before I carry on with my racing car.
What colour?
XF8, I think.
There'll be a lot of stuff that you'll be waiting on.
Yeah.
Coming up to the last 5 minutes, guys, of the show.
Already.
Yeah.
I'm drastically short of paint.
Yeah.
I've just put an order in. 48 quid for paint.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, it only takes one factory that makes one chemical to not,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's that, isn't it?
totally bugging up the rest of it.
I say it'll take a lot of months before any of those supplies will be nearly up to the way it was. Could be even a year.
Well,
You know,
I know that Vallejo didn't produce anything for about 3 months because of the lockdown.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Plus the postage is messed up as well.
Yeah.
I got the paint I wanted from with me wins on the auction, so which is good. One of them anyway.
No, I'm sorry. Go for it.
Okay. I had to go for models kits for less to Mike Jolly for the Raspberry Ripple set for the next Phantom.
Right, boys. Would you all like to say your good nights?
Good night.
Or good.
Good night, everyone.
We will be back on Saturday evening. Dave will be going through his multiple, I would say, layers of paintbrushes and glues. The amateur will be handing it over to the expert for Saturday evening, folks, and we will be back on Sunday. So we will. I'm just waiting for staff to come in now to end the show.